Hi, I'm Kevin Farwick. I'm from a town west of Canton, Ohio, where the Pro Football Hall of Fame is at. So it's funny how you live in a city like that and say, one of these days I'll go to the Hall of Fame, and I still haven't been in there. But I did work there at the Ted Benz Stadium. So I got the Oliver Legacy 2, and the hall number is 1427, and I love it so far. Go Oliver. And go Browns. Well, I've been doing research before I found the Oliver for about over a year and a half, just looking at other trailers, and actually started online looking at trailers, but I'd never seen the Oliver. I went to the IX Center in Cleveland and looked at the trailers there. Seeing they had one little fiberglass trailer. It was a manufacturer that's going to be starting up in Cleveland area. And after I left the IX Center and went home, I got on the internet and I typed in fiberglass trailers. So there was several of them that popped up, and kind of the key word was Oliver travel trailer, and I clicked on it and I started looking at the Oliver, the single axle and the tandem axle trailers, and I really liked this one. And then I started looking at videos of how the Oliver trailers are put together, and how they're composed, with the battery backups, the awnings, and stuff that other trailers didn't have. Like the automatically retracting awnings really caught my eye, because other ones you had to brace them up with brackets and stuff, and then if they get caught in the wind, they could damage the hull of the trailer. So there was a lot of key things about looking at the Oliver and getting interested in the Oliver, where I made an appointment and came down and talked with Jason and did the factory tour. And when I got to actually touch the Oliver, it was, awesome. I mean, it was, you look at stuff on the internet, but until you physically get to touch it and feel it, and it really changes. And then actually seeing it manufactured is like the total. I mean, the quality and the precision put into putting this trailer together was just phenomenal. Oh, it was great. I mean, any questions that I had, they answered them completely, and had their input, what their best suggestion would be. And I kind of just like, well, let's just go for the Cadillac. Just put everything into it, see what the price is, and then if we have to, I had a benchmark of what I wanted to pay. So when Jason presented it to me, that was where my benchmark was at. So it worked out perfectly. One of 6 kids that my parents had. I was the youngest, so my parents were campers, and we did a lot of tent camping. Growing up with 5 other siblings, there wasn't a lot of money there, but we did enjoy camping. And my parents ended up getting a pop-up trailer, and we really thought that was the cat's meow at the time. And I got involved with scouting, did a lot of 4-season camping, then got into the Explorer Post, which actually we want to step above what Boy Scouts do. You get into more high adventure stuff. So I was always outdoors, kind of miss being outdoors. So I wanted to get back in being outdoors. Can't sleep on the ground no more. So I missed the outdoors, and I thought, how can I get myself back outside, out in the outdoors and camping again? And so I decided to look into travel trailers, and here today, there she is. Well, I guess I could speak candidly about, other families today in this time, is that most of us are spread out across the country. There's not much of staying in one place. And, my son is in the Air Force, 3rd generation. He's down in by Fort Walton Beach. And my youngest son is in New Orleans, works for the federal government. And so it's you kind of get spread out. So I felt it's easier for one to travel than it is for 4 or 5 to travel to one. So then I have the opportunity to travel down and visit my sons and my grandchildren, my 3 grandchildren, and I want to venture back out west. I was stationed at Ellsworth Air Force Base by Rapid City, and get back out west and do some more sightseeing and adventures. I did Glacier National Park a couple years ago, but that was more of in the hotel setting. It wasn't in the camping setting. And when I did see the camp setting and the beauty of just stepping out of, say, of a camper and then going, wow, look at these mountains. That's what I want to get back into. I want to kind of be more at the base of the operation instead of back here at a hotel. So that's what I want to do. I want to do some traveling while I can travel and put some memories into the brain box. And when I can't travel no more, I got memories. Yeah, my dad went into the Air Force when it became the Air Force. And he served 4 years, and I went in and did 4 years of active duty and 17 in the reserves. So combined service of 21 years. That's why the t-shirt says, retired, not expired.
Couldn't agree more. We actually have, you give them.
Well, my great uncle was a salesman, and he sold furniture. And people would always come to him and say, Al, and they would walk into the furniture store and they would request Al. And they'd say, Al, what kind of piece of furniture do you suggest to me? And he says, well, the furniture I want you to look at is what you can afford. Now, if somebody has got the money, spent time camping, want to continue to go camping like myself, and I've reached a point in my life where I have the money, I worked my way up. But start off slow, see if you like camping in the first place. And then if you do, you buy your next fishing rod, per se, you know what I mean? So if you go fishing and you like fishing the first time you cast your line and you catch a fish, you're probably going to go fishing again. So that's the thing about working your way up to an Oliver. Can you afford it? And, test the waters before you make a major purchase like this. And that's what brought me here today was I've been testing the waters, been in the water, done the water, and I want to get back into the water.